We're working on this thing again today. If you're from Southern California, you know that we've just had some crazy rains, and because of that, I've had to run a mismatched setup on my car, which is not very nice looking. If you look on my normal wheel setup, we have some 200 Treadwear Falcons, and while it's a great summer tire, it's not really suitable for the rain, so I had to throw my stock wheels back on. I also had to do short ram intake setup for the rain. Normally the filter would sit down here in this bumper area because it is a cold air intake, but since my fender liners are messed up and I don't really have any, protection from puddles, I had to seat it up here so it wouldn't intake any water and grenade my engine. It's the beginning of January and it's bright and sunny out, so W for the weather. So first let's take off this bumper so we can get started on the intake. Now that we've gotten all the fasteners out from the bumper and surrounding areas, now we can start prying some of the clips that are still holding this little eyebrow in, and then we can take the entire bumper off and disconnect the fog lights. See, I have microfibers kind of blocking this little intake. And this is normally where the filter would sit, where it would then be connected down here with another arm, and then this goes into the rest of the intake system. So now we can put everything back together. And let's start with taking this filter off and placing it down in its usual home. Wiggle it out, beautiful, and there you go. Now you can kind of see a little better where this intake connects to make it a cold air intake. And let me take these microfibers out of here before I forget. So after I have the filter seated on there nice and good, you can kind of adjust where the worm clamp sits. That way it's easier to access it when you need to loosen or tighten the clamp. You can give it a little wiggle, make sure it's not going to fly off while you're driving. That looks like it's good. Now this is the last piece of the intake. This is what connects everything from the filter down there to the MAF sensor right there and then into the inlet pipe. So let's get this piece on, and that should be the cold air intake back together. There goes my screwdriver. That's the intake connected, and now we have a cold air intake. I guess now we can switch back the wheels to my normal setup, and since I have the bumper off already, we can actually use the ramps that I have. They're not low profile, so normally I can't use it since my car is lowered and the bumper will just hit profiles. Alright, hopefully I don't mess this up. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Like, do you see how far I have to put this jack? Mind you, this is a Daytona long reach too. Look how far into the car it has to go. Do you see that? The whole jack is underneath the car. This is stupid. And then of course, since it's all the way under the car, this is about as much as you can pump the jack, so it's very slow going. If anyone is curious, these are actually Tesla Model 3 wheels that I stripped and polished. Not very good because you can see they're not very shiny, but I didn't have the money to get them chromed. Alright, now we can slowly ease the car back onto the ramps. There we go. Car's back on the ramps. Gotta torque all these lug nuts down. Make sure none of them fly off while I'm driving down the freeway. Alright, get this car off the ramps. I'll leave you guys right here. Alright, so all that's left to do is get the bumper back on, which we can do in 3, 2. There you have it. Car is all done. Looks and sounds 100 times better than before. I realized those look like rain clouds in the back, so you might see me here again, putting everything back to the rain setup. But anyways, got a lot of stuff left due to the car. I got some camber arms. We're gonna paint match the front lip and do maybe a little bit stuff here and there. So if you want to see that, definitely stay followed to the TikTok. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.